It was the annual Hy-Vee Big Four Classic today in Des Moines, which featured two matchups. The first one, Iowa versus Drake, and the second game, UNI versus number 5, Iowa State. But first, let's get you highlights from the earlier game between the Hawkeyes and the Bulldogs. Drake and Iowa about to square off. Adam Woodbury, of course, of Sioux City East, and Mike Gazelle of South Sioux City for the Hawkeyes. Early, Reed Timmer giving the Hawkeyes problems and hits the three. Then Gazelle shortly after would hit a three-pointer of his own. That would be followed by a Nicholas Bear steal and slam dunk to put Iowa up 15-14. Bear had 6 blocks in this game. Iowa and Drake knotted up at 30 at the half. The Bulldogs would not let up in the second half. Timmer scores again, and then Timmer for 3 and swish. He finished with 25 points. But late, Jared Utoff's layup is good to put Iowa up 4 with 1:05 left. And then the play of the game, Gazelle throws it down with 30 seconds left, and the Hawkeyes survive 70-64.
We always talk about as a team getting consecutive stops, and Drake did a very good job of scoring the ball, and I think we could have done a few things better at times, but in that stretch, we were getting consecutive stops, and that allowed our running game to get going and fueled our offense.
Well, it's absolutely critical. I've been really impressed with our team's ability to come out every night with a mindset that's necessary to win.
Our second game of the night pitted UNI and undefeated Iowa State. Early, Wes Washpun scores on the foul. Then on the turnover, Washpun passes it up to Jeremy Morgan for the slam dunk. UNI led 46-37 at the break. In the second half, it was Paul Jesperson knocks down the 3. George Niang doing all he can to help the Cyclones avoid the upset. Then a crazy sequence after Niang cuts UNI's lead to 1 with 20 seconds left. Washpun tries to throw the ball off McKay, but the ball hits off Bohannon last, and it goes out of bounds. Then can Niang help give the Cyclones the lead? He slips, and the ball lands into Washpun's hands, and he is fouled. Washpun misses his first free throw, but converts on his second free throw to give him 28 points on the night, and the Panthers a 2-point lead. Iowa State gets one last chance to tie it and possibly go to overtime, but Monte Morris's shot missed, and UNI pulls its second top 5 upset off of the year, 81-79 over the Cyclones.
We had to find a way to hold off one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the country, and these two guys and their teammates were able to do that. It wasn't always pretty the last 10 minutes for us, but most of that to do with Iowa State turning up the defensive pressure and coming up with some key steals and getting into transition, and that's going to happen when you play against a team that good. And, just really proud of our guys to stick in there all the way to that horn.
Every team is different, and there are a lot of good teams in the country, and this was one of them, and Carolina's especially one of them as well. But you just gotta believe in your preparation and believe that you can make games like this happen and make wins like this happen, and I think that's the biggest difference.
And we all got to get better. That's just part of the process. We're 10 games in, we're 9-1. Got beat by a good basketball team. Defensively in the first half, our ball screen coverage wasn't good. We did a better job in the second half, held him to 35 points, put ourselves in position to win. But the three-point line really hurt us. If you look at every stat, we made more field goals, we made more free throws, we got rebounded, less turnovers, more steals, more blocks. We just didn't. Three-point line really hurt us, and then Washington off the middle ball screen really hurt us.
From Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, I'm Josh Sacknuff with SUX Sports, Sioux City.